Alright, what's going on, guys? So, I'm gonna just check this real quick because yesterday I tried doing a stream and the screen was completely pink. I'm not sure how that happened, but I'm actually just gonna check it right now. Make sure it's not like that. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it actually works too, so. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. I was just making sure that it actually looked good because yesterday. Hello, Will. I was just checking this because yesterday I tried doing a live stream about fire danger for New England and the screen was completely pink. So I don't know how that happened, but today we're going to be talking about this massive nor'easter that's developing off the coast of North Carolina right now. A very strong storm. But will this be as bad as people are thinking it will be? And I'll tell you my opinions on everything, but one thing can't lie about is this is a very powerful storm. I think we're actually sitting at 985 millibars, if I stand correct. I'm not sure, but by the time it gets off to the coast of New England, I do think it'll be at probably 978 millibars. This thing will be a bomb cyclone. But yeah, we do have hurricane force wind warnings that stretch from the South Carolina coast, actually even from Georgia. So yeah, and then it stretches all the way up to the coast near a little off the coast of New Jersey, and then extends out to here for the threat of some very strong winds past hurricane force. So yeah, I know. I was seeing pictures from there earlier from North Carolina with the snow. Some parts picked up 2 inches. Charlotte actually had their sixth snowiest April day on record at 0.1 inch. It was the sixth largest April snowfall on record. So yeah, fire weather watch for New Jersey tomorrow. Actually, yeah, I'm looking at that. We also have some fire threat here in southern New England tomorrow, and even into northern New England. That is, if we don't get as much rain as it predicted. If we get less than predicted rainfall, yeah, we'll have a very elevated fire danger. I probably think that these will all go to red flag warning, these fire weather watches. I think they'll probably go to red flag warning. But if we get more rain than expected, fire threat is gone tomorrow, unless the wind dries everything out very good, which it could, because it's going to be windy tomorrow. But yeah, we'll take a look for southern New England. We do have wind advisories for much of Massachusetts and up into Vermont and New Hampshire. Winter weather advisory for Worcester County. This is for the threat of a few inches of snow, mainly for the higher elevation, but we can't rule out a little bit of snow in the lower elevation. Yeah, if there was no storm, actually, if there was no storm, it probably wouldn't be too bad for fire danger because the main reason we actually will have a fire danger tomorrow is because the winds are going to be very strong on the backside of the storm as it strengthens more. We'd still have a elevated fire danger tomorrow if there was no storm. It wouldn't be as bad because we wouldn't have that strong winds. But nonetheless, fire danger tomorrow. But if we get more rain, then not too bad. But fire danger tomorrow and very, very strong winds, especially for Nantucket. I was looking at some of the weather forecasts for there. It has sustained winds tonight of 25 to 40 miles per hour with gust 50 to 60 miles per hour or even greater. I'm not sure why Nantucket is under just a wind advisory. I'd probably put them under a high wind warning. And for this a little part of the Cape, too, as the storm makes its closest track there. Just hazardous weather outlook here. We'll click on it. See what it says. The waters, coastal flooding. Oh, this is for the Cape, and gale warning. This is for northern Connecticut, all Massachusetts, East Berkshire County, and Rhode Island. Coastal pressure will impact the region tonight with heavy rainfall across southeast Mass, potentially into east coastal Rhode Island. Northerly winds may approach advisory criteria towards daybreak Wednesday across the Cape and Islands. Minor wet snow accumulation expected across the hills. Northwest winds, gusts reaching advisory criteria again. So this is basically what it's for, is just the winds and the coastal flooding. So yeah, we'll take a look at the winter weather forecast. As I said, there is winter weather advisory. I did hear about that fire, yeah. So here's the expected snowfall for Fitchburg. About 3 inches expected. In Worcester, about 2 inches is expected. And then less than an inch from Bedford down to Willimantic, and 0 and through the Connecticut River Valley. For the high end though, 3 inches in Fitchburg and 3 inches in Worcester. That's basically the big totals. Less than an inch from Boston north, down towards Willimantic. Less than an inch. 2 inches is the high end for Greenfield. But yeah, the snowfall I'm not too worried about. I'm more worried about the wind threat from this system. So we'll take a look at the graphical hazards. Yeah, 2 inches seems reasonable. I don't expect this thing to be too big for snow. Maybe the high elevations get a little bit more, but to be honest, it's April. It can snow in April. It has snowed in April, but this storm I just don't see being a big snow producer. It's mainly a wind and rain threat. So this is the snowfall map. See, the highest elevations will get that highest 1 to 5.9 inches. So I'm just gonna say 1 to 3 inches. I might make a map, but probably just a waste of my time because this isn't gonna be a big snow producer. I'll probably make a map for the what's it called? The wind tomorrow, as well as I'll probably make a map outlining the areas that should be on alert for fire danger tomorrow. So yeah, today the fire danger isn't really too bad, just limited. But tomorrow's fire danger, here's tomorrow's fire danger, much more widespread, and we do have that elevated risk. But you can see the Cape has no fire risk, as well as Nantucket, because they're going to get that most rain. But say the most rain just gets this area, and you barely see any precip here. You may get a little bit of snow or a few showers. I do expect this elevated risk to come down more. It might even go to significant, but I don't think it'll go to that far. It might get close to it, but I don't think that far. And then for Thursday, just some scattered spots of elevated. So we'll take a look at the GO-16 satellite imagery. So you can see our storm developing. We have the storm center here as well. The storm is starting to build a lot of strength. So you can see some thunderstorm development right here. So that just tells you it's gaining a lot of strength. See, I'll play you guys what it's looking like. So you can see here, in southern New England, the clouds have rolled in. It's pretty cloudy where I am now, but the clouds will just thicken throughout the day. Yeah. Right here. Oh, here we go. So yeah, here it is developing. Just watch right here. You can see thunderstorms intensify, start to develop very rapidly. You can see them just exploding. And now that the sun is starting to go down, we will be losing this imagery until tomorrow morning. Yep. See you soon. You can see here, this was actually some of the snow for Charlotte earlier. So, yeah. Let's take a look at the. I think I put radar on this actually too. Actually, I don't think I can put that. I could probably do it, but I just don't really feel like trying it. This is just snow and ice, so yeah, we'll do it a different time. So yeah, this is technically a nor'easter. So here's actually the amount of moisture. You can see moisture is just exploding and screaming, and you get the. This is a classic looking setup. You have. I'm actually gonna pause this once it stops right here. You have the dry air wrapping into the circulation. Right here, you have dry air coming from here, and then you just have a huge moisture plume that extends all the way up into Canada, and this is just going to be a very strong system. So this is what it looks like now. I do expect we might see an eye, if you want to say that, but yeah, this isn't a hurricane. It's actually like a hurricane, but it's just a nor'easter bomb cyclone. So yeah. So we'll take a look at the modeling. Newest GFS hasn't come out yet. We'll take a look at the NAM 3KM, 12KM, and the HRRR, or the HER model. So yeah, go to the northeast. So at the last check of the GFS's run, it was at 1007 millibars. It's definitely dropped. So NAM model. Alright, so this is the NAM model. So yeah. The NAM model shows it later tonight at 996 millibars. If some indications are right, it's actually below that now. But it will continue to strengthen tonight. And as it gets towards New England, by tomorrow morning, 976 millibars. So this is going to be a very impressive storm. It's basically going to drop actually 24 millibars in actually a few hours. This is going to be a very, very powerful storm. And it will continue to strengthen. You can see this area of snow on the back edge of it. So you can see Nantucket gets crushed with some rain. Some thunderstorms are possible. You can see just some of the outskirts here of the rain. And it does continue to strengthen and then starts to lose some of its steam as it goes up to Nova Scotia. Some snow showers on the backside. So we'll take a look at the amount of snow, rain, and wind that's being forecasted. So this is the snowfall map from the NAM. This is what the NAM is showing. So, not too much. Basically, generally, coding to an inch. So, it's pretty reasonable, I think. But let's take a look at the HRRR model for snowfall. Total snowfall. Yeah, generally, coding to 2 inches. So, we'll bring this actually all the way back. Take a look at one of the winds. Wind from the HRRR, what it's showing. So here it comes. Very strong storm. It actually doesn't. The HRRR doesn't actually show a very strong deep storm. It shows at 991 millibars. So that's pretty weak compared to what some of the other models are showing. So here's the NAM 12KM shows a same hour. It shows a 981 millibar storm, so it's 10 millibars stronger. And if we go to the 3KM, it shows it at 976 millibars. And look at that huge wind field of 60 plus knot winds, which is about 70 or 80 to 80 mile per hour winds. So yeah, this is a very, very powerful system. So here it comes tonight, right by the center as it really starts to develop. It's like a classic hurricane. It's like if this was a hurricane, it's like the eyeball around it. But as it gets towards the colder waters, it still strengthens, but the wind field extends greatly, and you can see it's not just the winds aren't just in the center of near the center of the storm. They extend tens of miles from the center, and then that moves out, and we get the strong winds behind it. Behind the system, maybe some gusts on the backside, maybe close to 50 or 60 miles per hour, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. But for the Cape, heavy rain, strong winds tonight. So I'm actually gonna leave now. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there.